Hello folks, Venezuela, December 20th, 2024, and we had a bit of a family emergency where heart problems, cardiology, and we ended up seeing a specialist, internal medicine. His name is Otto. Here's Otto, and real friendly guy, and actually speaks English, and we're in his practice, and unlike Canada, where you'd wait forever, we literally got in to see him in like 20 minutes, and we're gonna go now get some tests, and then we're gonna go back, and we're gonna come and see him again. We'll be back, Otto.
Sure.
Okay, so this is a private hospital. We're going to the laboratory now, but it costs $120 for a specialist, and he's done all the meds and he's signed us up for everything, and everything's taken care of for 120 bucks, folks. It's unbelievable. Okay, no problem. Okay, so now we're at the laboratory, and the receptionist of the secretary of the doctor actually brought us over here. It's like totally personalized service, but nothing like Canada. So now we're at the sonogram, and it's 30 bucks to get the sonogram for the test and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what's going on medically. I just know that we've been escorted around by this woman, the secretary of the doctor. She's taking us everywhere. Personalized service, folks. Unbelievable. Okay, folks, we're back at the laboratory, paying $57 for the tests. We paid $120 for the doctor, $30 for the sonogram, so $207 to see a specialist, no notice, and literally a 20-minute waiting period. Pretty good. All right, we're at this little bakery place. Got a panda jamon, which is a bacon, ham, and cheese in a bun. It's a Christmas thing they do with some olives, and it's really tasty. Waiting for the test from the lab, and then we're gonna go visit Otto, the specialist, and find out what's wrong with my wife. All right, we're at the end of the medical emergency. We're now getting the drugs at the pharmacy. As you can see, Venezuela has fully stocked pharmacies. Haven't got anything yet, or haven't come across anything yet that I cannot buy here. Hello folks, well this is the end of my medical video, and I wanted to give you a sort of a synopsis, the summary of the whole experience, because I've never had to go to an actual hospital in Venezuela. So this was a private hospital, and it was unbelievable. Like even in the waiting room, when we had to sit in the waiting room to wait for the doctor after they've done all the exams and everything, I couldn't believe, like, you know, in Canada at least, they'd leave you to rot in the waiting room, and you could be, you know, in limbo, in limbo and unknown to yourself, you know, like, when am I ever going to see a doctor? Literally, it was like almost every 5 minutes somebody was coming up to make sure we were taken care of. They came and said, we found out we were waiting for the doctor. They'd go, let us go phone the doctor. We had two people phone the doctor and say, hurry up, get here, there's people waiting for you. Never seen service like this in my life. Being a Canadian and free healthcare, which is non-existent, so it is free because you're not paying anything and you don't get any healthcare. But this was amazing. Like even with the pharmacy and everything, the whole thing was like $280, but the hospital itself was $207 for everything, and they guide you through every step. The doctor's secretary, nurse assistant, she took you everywhere. Like they literally escorted you around like a small child. It was the most amazing experience. And it turned out the doctor was like a specialist. He wasn't just a doctor, a general practitioner. He was actually a specialist in internal medicine, had his own surgery set up inside this private hospital. The service was unbelievable. I can't tell you, folks, like the stories we're getting told about, healthcare is expensive. It doesn't make any sense. What I got done today, all with the proper equipment, no things falling apart. It was, the hospital was in top shape. It wasn't, the billion-dollar fancies glisten that we see in North America, but it's competence-wise, it was 100%. And like I said, the service was freaking unbelievable. We were back home. Oh, I'm trying to think. I think it was like we were finally back home after everything, and it was like 10:30 in the morning. So we left here at like 8 in the morning with an emergency. It was 7:45 we left. It was. I can't say enough positive things, but it wasn't public. It was private. You did have to pay, but still, even paying everything, like I said, all the fees was $207 for everything. It was crazy service for $207. I can't believe it. So that's what medical is like in Venezuela for an emergency, and it was an internal problem. My wife's fine. We got all the medicine. turns out my spicy food and the stress of my visa the last 4 months is probably the main cause that took her down. So, but we're good now because yesterday I got my visa renewed without having to pay a tip or anything. So everything's fine. I'm good to go, and that's my update from Venezuela on December the 20th, before Christmas here.